It's a Honda.
It is a fancy Honda because it's an Acura. But yes,
Acura.
Very astute of you. Yes.
Mm.
You've been doing this a while, have you?
Yeah.
Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in the brand new, first ever 2025 Acura ADX. Their entry-level crossover that is just $2,000 more than their entry-level vehicle in the Integra. What's it like for our family of three, and do we recommend it? All right, Holly. We've had this one for a week. They're picking it up from us tomorrow. But I must ask you, what are your thoughts on the styling of this 2025 first ever Acura ADX?
You know what I really like is this little, I don't know if you would call it like this part of the lip.
The crease going down the hood?
Going down the hood. And I feel like that's an Acura thing. Am I just making that up in my head?
Nope.
Okay, that's an Acura thing. I like that they keep it here. I think it makes the front of the SUV look really sleek, stylish, classic.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Plus, it gives you like a sporty feeling sitting in and looking over that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, it really does. It kind of feels, I don't know if classic is the way that I could describe it. It's kind of got the soft but big curves on the outside, and then the sharp line down the middle.
I don't know. I feel like they're pretty sharp edged flares there on the edges of the hood, but
You think so? Well, it's softer than that. That's
other thoughts on the exterior design of this one?
I like the color.
I knew you would. Urban Gray Pearl.
Urban Gray Pearl.
Which the pearl
Would
is
not have
just a pearlized, if you look at it closely in direct sun, it does have a pearlized look to it. So
Yeah. And you've got some black accents. I like the wheels.
Yeah, black wheels.
The black wheels are nice. I like that overall look together, along with the grill on the front. I really like that.
You can see yourself driving one of these?
Let's wait till we get to the inside.
All right. Bringing us to the inside, what are your thoughts in here?
I haven't found the automatic start-stop.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh.
Usually that is like the first thing you
Interesting.
find.
I know. I've been trying to find it.
We're talking style, though.
I've gotten some mixed reviews on the red.
Yeah. I was curious.
And I have a mixed feelings on the red.
Okay.
It's a little bit too bright of a red for me. A little bit too much.
Okay.
A little bit too much. But I was going through a drive-through and the guy was like, "Oh man, I love the red." And I was like, "It is nice, isn't it?" And now when I'm looking at it again, I'm like, it is nice.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I like that it breaks up the black.
I do like that it breaks up the black. I think the seats need more black on them.
Yeah, they just have this little bit of ultra suede down the sides.
But speaking of that, surprisingly, for not being black seats, these seats get hot in the Texas sun. Hot. Like abnormally hot. We're used to hot cars. We're used to getting abnormally hot. I was like, for the first time in a long time, I was like, I don't think I can drive this car without letting it cool off first.
Interesting. Well, it does have a remote start.
Which surprised me because the seats are red, not black.
It does have a remote start, and it also has ventilated seats that remember where they were set. So if you had them on, which sounds like you always do, they come on. They are also tied to the automatic dual zone climate control. So it'll be like, oh, you need the seats. So that's nice. And
it didn't feel like it was blowing anything.
But when it actually gets cool in here, it gets
cool. Yes.
Very cold in here. So I was freezing the other day.
And it did help to close the roof.
Yeah.
Just something to note, though.
Yeah. All right, so we've got red. We've got some black ultra suede here. We've got
this is interesting.
Metallic.
I keep touching it.
Yeah. We've got metallic look here, but a lot of gloss black. But they do something that not a lot of manufacturers do. They textured the gloss black which helps.
Yeah, this definitely helps over here. It's not right here,
No.
though.
And
like
then
the touch points.
Dust and scratches and fingerprints all visible on the smooth, glossy black part. Like, why? It's a little bit annoying. And then
But I do like all the different versatile colors. We have to talk about the mom thing.
Okay.
The honeycomb.
Cleaning them.
Cleaning them.
And you just get your goop and clean it with your goop.
You can. Yeah, you'd have to.
But they are all
Extra
actual
maintenance.
part of the vents, so there's constantly air blowing through them. Again, we're in Texas. So
Yeah.
I don't know that dust would ever land there. It would constantly be blowing. It's not like the Civic that has a fake portion right across here.
That's true.
There's that.
There's that.
Storage in here. We have 2 cup holders, but they're quite a distance from each other, and this one's not even round.
The distance doesn't bother me, but this one, it's real deep.
Yeah. It's like way down
I mean,
there.
I guess most people these days are bringing their big old
Which
honkin'.
you
But
don't
I drink
wanna-
Dr. Pepper minis, and I'm
Yeah.
like, where'd it go?
You don't want a Stanley Cup or a Route 44 sitting here, because then you're going to be blocking your HVAC, your Qi wireless charger.
Yeah, you definitely don't want
Everything
that.
is going to be blocked by a big glass mug.
I don't know if it would even fit. I don't know.
It's possible. I don't know.
I don't know that it would even fit.
But I have yet to plug in. This does have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I've turned it on my phone, but for some reason, it never actually works. And in fact, when I plug in to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, I get this. I had to grant permissions every single time. That's already 2 button presses into it, and I'm waiting for the third. I can't accept this while the vehicle's in motion. I'm even the passenger here. So,
Well, they don't know that you're the passenger.
I know, but Apple CarPlay is kind of a nuisance in this one. So that's unfortunate. But 9-inch
And who wants to use Google Maps? It sucks.
9-inch infotainment screen here, 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster back there. Thoughts on the overall electronics technology in here?
I'd rather use MapQuest than Google Maps.
Oh, throwing it way back.
Yeah, it's Waze, Apple Maps, MapQuest,
Built-in Google.
built-in Google.
Well, this does
Maybe.
this does
Winging it, built-in Google.
this does have Google built in and Alexa built in to it too. So all your connectivity is here if you need it, but we prefer Apple CarPlay, and it's dumb. Like, still don't have it. We need to come to a complete stop before we get CarPlay. I don't know. It's a little bit ridiculous there. Storage. We're talking cup holders, but we've got a decent sized center console there.
Yeah.
Storage in
You
the
got
doors.
Storage in the doors. It's a little small.
A
But-
very well damped glove box, but not felt lined. Yeah, we can talk more storage after I show you what it's like in the back seat and we put in Tucker's child safety seat. All right, before I install Tucker's Graco extended fit child safety seat, the same one he rode in when he was rearward facing, I want to talk about the back seat for adults, because this is a subcompact crossover, so you would imagine it's pretty tight on space. But as I slide in behind where I've been riding in this video, I'm actually impressed with the overall space. Close the door here. I like the materials back here. We don't get a repeat of the gloss black, which I actually prefer back here. No luxuries like sunshades. Again, this is an entry model, but we do air vents on the back of the center console, USB-C power on the back of the center console, storage behind the passenger seat, on the driver's seat, and a fold-down armrest with 2 cup holders, though no rubber grippers or rubber lining. It's just all hard plastic. We do have a 60-40 split rear seat, though it is not reclining. And as we look up, we have a nice view back here of the panoramic glass roof. All the way around, nice and comfortable. I've got a decent amount of headroom back here at 5'10", so no real complaints there. But we'll go ahead and bring in Tucker's Graco extended fit child safety seat. As I mentioned, yes, he did ride in this exact car seat, if you can't tell by all the stains, when he was rearward facing. And as you can see, we are pretty close right now with front seat space, but I'm going to go ahead and move the seat forward just a little bit to get that seat to reside where it should be. Yeah, there we go, sitting down. And what does that do to my space up here in the front? Still plenty of space. I have been in much larger vehicles that have a much more compromised front seat legroom situation than this subcompact ADX. So very impressed with the overall space here in this one for young families wanting a luxurious vehicle that can fit and accommodate a rear-facing child seat. Go ahead now, turn this around and talk about the tether situation. We do have 3 top tethers across the back. Our lower latch points are in this cutout section here, which is very nice. We get the suede inserts on the side, even here in the back seat. Go ahead and put that latch point in there. We'll go ahead and get the latch point in here. No latch points in the center seat. And interestingly enough, a roof-mounted, ceiling-mounted top tether for the center seat, as well as a top seat belt or ceiling-mounted seat belt for this third seat here. So they've moved that out of the way in case you want to fold it down for additional cargo space, which you do have to do from inside the vehicle. But yes, 60-40 split bench there. They do have the 60-40 split the correct way for us who like to keep our child seat here on the passenger side. Very easy to tighten up from here, but we're going to have to go around to the back, put that top tether in. As we move around to the back, there are a couple ways you can open it. You can grab, there is an electronic release right here, but you can also do the kick to open feature with the key on your person. I like that. It works fairly well. It is under this parking sensor. I've been able to do it fairly consistently. And then you can see our additional 2 top tethers for the outboard seats are on the seat back themselves. It is interesting that Honda, Acura don't put that center top tether on the seat itself. I guess that's just more added strain if you truly did have 3 across. But we'll go ahead, attach that there. And then we've got this parcel shelf kind of creating a little bit of a problem for us. I'm going to pull that out so that I can actually tighten this down. Now we do have the leather seats in this one, and you can see that we do have a little bit of an indentation from leaving this child seat in place. So if you're worried about the long-term wear on the seats for having a child seat in place, it is a slight problem. You can see, again, hard parcel shelf. It is hinged here in the middle and does come up via these 2 strings with the rear hatch. Decent amount of space back here. We get a little storage on the side. We get tie down points on all 4 corners and a little bit of storage underneath here. Now you may be wondering, what about a spare tire? Well, because we have the all-wheel drive model, we do get a temporary spare underneath here. Front-wheel drive models do not. They get fixed to flat. Very interesting dynamic there. And then, oh, that wonderful styrofoam sound as we put that down. But overall, a decent amount of storage space. Me at 5'10", I am good underneath the hatch here, but you can hold and adjust the height of this one. And I really like this button here. It uses the proximity key. You have to push that button every single time, but when you press it, the green light illuminates, and when you walk away, the vehicle knows it and will close the hatch all by itself. Plenty of room for adults in the back. 60-40 split folding rear seat. Plenty of storage back in the back. So, pretty good space for a subcompact crossover. We're turning on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. Right now, let's see. How's his wobbly head back there? He's asleep. We done lost him.
We put him to sleep.
Riding in this one just rocks you to sleep. What are your thoughts, Holly?
Well,
it's a big bump.
Yeah. I'd say it's average for an SUV.
This is a luxury branded SUV. Does that factor into it at all for you? We're getting some reverb from the bricks.
Yep, I've ridden better in cheaper cars. Well, I don't know how much it is.
It's true.
So, but you did say luxury, which makes me think.
Yep.
It's a Honda.
It is a fancy Honda because it's an Acura. But yes,
Acura.
Very astute of you. Yes. You've been doing this a while, have you?
Yeah. A time or two.
Oh, no! You didn't stop long enough. I'm going to get it here. Watch, we're going to hit this like green.
I want you to be as frustrated with technology as I am.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
You're just going to keep rolling into the intersection, aren't you? Boom. There we go. And eventually we'll get Apple CarPlay up. Maybe. There it goes. Huh.
Yeah.
Finally.
Ha.
Ha.
Well, the screen's a little small too, though.
Yeah, and you can make it even smaller with your shortcuts there. But 9-inch display is a little on the small side for 2025. Womp womp.
I mean, if we were going for less tech, I'd be okay with a smaller screen.
Okay.
But we're obviously not going for less tech.
All right, so seats are comfortable. Heated, ventilated, 2-person memory for you. I've got 4-way power over there. I think you've got 12-way with 4-way lumbar over there. Very comfortable. We talked about the ventilation being tied to automatic climate controls, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's been a comfortable one to ride in. What's visibility like?
Visibility's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. The side mirrors are a little small.
Yeah.
But adequate.
While we're coming to a stop here, they put the camera access button in a very frustrating place if you don't know it's there because it's not instantly obvious, but a very useful place because you never have to take your hands off the wheel. Good 360 cameras in this one.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah. So.
Especially, we have a steep driveway. We like
being able to see up. See if there's a cat waiting for us at the top of the hill. So, yeah, that is nice. This one is rated at 25 city, 30 highway, 27 combined. It does require premium fuel, and it has a 14-gallon tank. And I would dig into the trip computer here, but I did not. I made a mistake. I did not reset it when we took delivery of it. And we've done a lot of city driving since I have reset it, so it's kind of hard to actually claim as anything. But maybe I'll pull it up anyway. 16.1, yeah, that's not accurate, but we'll go trip B. No, that's the one. In the last 1,100 miles, it's getting 24.2. So there's that. On this drive, we're getting 16, but you've seen all the driving we've done in this so far in this video. All right, this is the most expensive one you can get. It's the top trim, it's all-wheel drive, but it is their entry-level crossover, so it is their most affordable. I don't know that I need to tell you any more than that.
Their most affordable
crossover, but not most affordable vehicle.
42.
Very close. You're cheating again.
No, I'm not.
This one is $45,950 as equipped.
All right.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think for this style luxury of a car.
Now, what would you say if I told you, you asked me earlier today, have we already reviewed this one? And I said no, because we hadn't reviewed this one, but we've been in a similar vehicle. You joked earlier, it's a Honda. What Honda does this share a platform with?
Accord.
No.
Is that a sedan?
It is a sedan. It's a Honda you have a little bit of a history with because you got a speeding ticket in it. It is the HR-V. Yeah.
It compared to this one, yes, it does feel frumpy.
Yeah.
But not compared to it. It's a very nice.
Yes. Okay.
It was a very nice SUV.
So I do have to ask you, while we are driving this one around, does it feel slow to you?
Well, I mean, I've just been bopping around town.
Yeah. So in that regard, does it feel slow?
No. You've driven highway miles.
I've driven highway miles. I've 0 to 60 tested this in my solo review.
Is it slow?
It is the slowest vehicle I have ever tested to 60.
The slowest?
Now, I have not 0 to 60 tested every vehicle we've tested. That is a new development thanks to a partnership we have. But yes, official 0 to 60 times, this is the slowest at 9 seconds to 60. It is unbearably slow.
A whole 9 seconds to 60?
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
You know, but bigger, heavier vehicles we've been in do it in like 6 seconds. But you say bopping around town doesn't feel painfully slow. That's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters.
And there you go. If you want to know more from Holly, you can check out her Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. Our sleepy kiddo back there has his own YouTube channel at Tucker's Talk. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, all at GT Garage Talk. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com, see all the pictures I take of all the vehicles, see the description of this vehicle. I put a lot of time into research prior to filming. Show notes or video description, there we go, also has some of my notes down in the description below. But as for us, the all-new ADX, would we buy it? Do we recommend it?
I recommend it.
There you go. Until next time, Gearheads.